Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
So, Some Dumb Guy here, another episode of SumDumBuys. We're going to celebrate some physical media, buying, owning, and watching, and sharing, and shelving, and displaying of all that is glorious in the fight against the digital domain. Let's get groovy, shall we? Part 2, Box 2 of the second GRUV sale, or in this case, the first GRUV sale, because the last one I did, because it's just a box I didn't know what order to do them in, was the most recent. So now we're going to go back in time a little bit, and we're going to check out some stuff.
Groovy.
First, we're going to get rid of some padding. Wanted to keep them together in the same video, but I talked too much. It wasn't conducive. Let's do some DVDs first, shall we? Spencer Tracy, Van Johnson, Phyllis Thaxter, Tim Murdoch, Scott McKay, Gordon MacDonald, Don DeFore, Robert Mitchum, John R. Riley, and Horace McNally in this DVD blind buy at 139 minutes, black and white, from 1944. We've got a war film, which you know I like those. What do we call this one? 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. Not available in any format over DVD, which I'm thankful GRUV does so many DVD sales, I guess, considering there's no other option to buy these in. Saw my first Spencer Tracy film not 3 weeks ago. Rather liked it. Rather liked him. Expanding the horizons. The man's got a reputation and is popular for a reason, right? Next up is a non-blind buy, a movie I'd seen a few times as a lad, but not since. I'm a little uncomfortable watching this movie at this point now because I realized something about this not too long ago and I need to confirm it, and I'll get to that in a second. Little personal information which probably shouldn't share here, but I'm going to anyway. This is a film from about 1985, it looks like. There's a real small print there. 2 hours and 7 minutes. Oddly never made it beyond DVD given its reputation and popularity at the time, but it is what it is. This one is Mask. We have starring Eric Stoltz, Cher, Sam Elliott. Painful movie, to say the least. Not an easy watch, based on a true story and a real person, from what I understand. The subject matter aside, as far as why I was saying it's a tough watch for me, is we have Eric Stoltz playing a teenager with, I don't know what condition his is, but his skull is deformed and he's misshapen and suffers some medical issues as a result of that. And Cher plays his, I'm going off memory here, absentee, aloof, barfly type mother who, for reasons I don't remember, is largely absent, negligent, so forth and so on. Why this is a personal and difficult one for me is I made the connection not too long ago in a conversation about this film, is that this is my childhood, this is my mother, and I was like, holy crap. But like I said, I'm going off of memories that are at this point nearly 40 years old from when I last watched this, and I might be wrong, but that was my impression that I got from this one, and I kind of feel like I need to find that out. TMI, we're moving on. Let's do some 4K. I bought what I hope to be a new guilty pleasure, because I was able to get a 3 for $30 GRUV sale to finally kick in before it ended on my little difficulty that I was dealing with recently with GRUV and every single purchase I've made. This one finally kicked in just prior to, and I think it was after an email or two to them telling them what happened. I've never seen this movie before. It has a horribly, consistently bad reputation. Sometimes that's fun, right? So, we're going to check this one out. This came from 2016. Wow, is it that old already? This is already, wow, 9 years ago? Holy moly. That's nuts. This is 1 hour and 50 minutes. This is Tom Cruise's rendition of The Mummy, which was, I don't know, attempt number 3 or 4 to start a monster universe, modern monster universe. They tried it with Dracula Untold. They tried it with I, Frankenstein. They tried it with The Mummy. I want to say there was one more, but I can't quite remember what it was. But all those were intended and failed as first steps to a new monsterverse, or universal monsterverse, because we don't want to confuse that with the Godzilla one, right? Anyway, fail. For whatever reason, modern Universal Pictures can't do it. So now we're gonna wash that bad taste of our mouths out and get something that was apparently fun and well received, starring Charlize Theron and James McAvoy. When was this one from? 2017, and a runtime of 1 hour and 54 minutes. We have Atomic Blonde. I remember seeing the trailer for this in the theater. I remember mild interest, but something kept me from going to see it. Back in that time frame, I wasn't a huge theatrical goer as I am now. It wasn't until post-COVID that I really started diving into some serious theatrical viewings. I essentially go now more in 1 month than I used to in a whole year, but I hear good things about that. I'm gonna check it out. The third 4K title I went ahead and picked up in preparation for an upcoming film, so I'd have a chance to rewatch it. A little homework. I did see this in the theater when it came out. I think this was from 2021. So I remember kind of the tailish end of COVID, right after the theaters had reopened. This might have been like the second or third movie I saw, maybe, when theaters came back again. But no year that I can see here anyway, but you guys will all know it's 110 minutes. They always put something obvious and hide the rest. This is the newest Mortal Kombat that had no Mortal Kombat in it. Not a terribly bad movie in its own right, but kind of weird for what it was supposed to be. I think everybody loved Kano, if I'm not mistaken, who that character was. Kind of a scene stealer, comedic value. Yeah. So there's a Mortal Kombat 2 coming up here shortly, and I wanted to refresh my memory before it comes out. And I'm watching it, and for $10, sure, right? Now we're gonna go into one title that I bought that is gonna supplement that Superman 80th anniversary collection I featured in my last episode. But this is another blind buy. Blu-ray, where we have a year of release hidden on this one, 86 minutes. Why must they be so discreet about a copyright year? I don't understand. I see dates for digital codes. Of course, they're going to be nice and prominent about that, right? But when did the movie come out? I don't know. Why won't you tell me? Whatever. This is DC Universe movie, Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Not too fond of that cover art at all. Usually the cover art in these DC animated films surpasses the cover art, or the art where you actually see the animation. But not this time. Or maybe it still does. I don't know. I can't see the movie yet. Yeah, I don't like the front or the back. I'm not sure it's the same. It seems to be the same artist. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. This just feels a little funky, out of proportion, contortion. I don't know. Yeah. And before we leave that particular arena, I blind bought this. Kind of came up as a surprise at a reasonably good price, another thing consideration. Something I had really no particular interest in and probably never would have thought out because I didn't expect it to get a physical release. But this is a film, or rather a TV series, that has garnered universal praise from last year, 2024. Yeah, apparently it's a sole isolated season, so I guess it's technically a mini-series. This is the Penguin. And it says here from the director of The Batman, Golden Globe winner Colin Farrell. It's kind of a cool slipcover, I think. Yeah, I didn't expect this to get a physical release, so didn't really pay it any heed. But again, after universal praise, just being aware of it and then scrolling through a promotion that GRUV was having and seeing it, and I think I clicked on it, got it on my cart, and then it sold out, went out of stock before I could buy it because I was going through all my sale issues that I was dealing with back and forth, and then it came back into stock. I realized it was gone, and we looked it back up and it was there, so I plugged it back into my cart and I was able to get it. Now I can watch it and find out for sure myself. Okay, next up, I have seen this. I've seen it once and only once. 99 minutes. It was released at some year. 2009 edition. Okay, great. 1988. This was an original Steven Seagal classic, Above the Law. I am the law. No, that's the other movie. I think Hard to Kill was my first Seagal film, which I guess in total of his popularity at the time, that would have been his third quote-unquote big film. I don't know if it was his third film in general, but it was noted as the third one. That, I think, was the first. Like I said, that was from 1988. And then we will have to follow up with that from 1991. So this might actually be, this one might be the third one then. Hard to Kill might have been the second one. I think Hard to Kill was 99, or 90, excuse me. This was for 91 minutes. This one is Out for Justice. Yeah, the cool thing, in a way, about Seagal's movies for a time is how themed the titles were, right? Above the Law, Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, Marked for Death. That would have been the fourth one. I don't know. I just kind of dig that. He's a cop. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to take out the garbage. Oh, man. You got to love that time period. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Okay. Last but not least, and then we're finished here. I got a movie collection, and something I never thought I would buy because I own the first movie, and it's enjoyable enough. It's fun enough. Got to see the theater for the first time a few months ago before one of my theaters that shows older movies shut down for good. But discovering this on a GRUV promotion, knowing that there was a complete box set of a series of 7 movies that didn't ever know it was packaged together before, and as cost effective as it was, I figured, you know what, why not? Might be fun to check them all out for laughs. We have Tremors, 7-movie collection. I have only ever seen the first Tremors. I've seen it maybe 3 times, whatever. I own it, seen the theater. But we have all of them now. We have Tremors, Tremors 2 Aftershocks. I can barely read this. Tremors 2 Aftershocks, Tremors 3 Back to Perfection, Tremors 4 The Legend Begins, prequel maybe, Tremors 5 Bloodlines, Tremors A Cold Day in Hell, and Tremors Shrieker Island. So, maybe some guilty creature features, guilty pleasures. We love those. Box is empty. We're done. We're caught up. I got no more Mohicans. There are no more. And I'm blurry still. There we go. A little better. No more packages lying around. Yay! Okay, so what you think about this selection here that I chose? Box, let me know. Thoughts, opinions, feelings. What you add to your own personal library. Box, use those fingers. I thank you for joining me once again on my little journeys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, another unboxing, or next time, an episode of SumDumBuys. Check out what I'm watching, share what you're watching, dialogue, engage. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Alan.